Chris Lovell here with another edition of Patriot Talk. Morgan Glaspie, but we're not talking hoops. We're talking cross country today on this special edition of Patriot Talk. My man Colton Coons taking care of us as always, and wanted to remind you these episodes brought to you by Gene Messer Ford Lincoln. So make sure you go check out those folks for any new and used car needs there. So you and I have talked basketball before. Mm-hmm. This is your love. Okay, I love it too. I love the round ball. This is the other sport that you coach, and this is consuming a lot of your time, really well into the summer. So when does it start?
So cross country actually has different rules. You can technically start during the summer, over the course of the year.
Like define that June, May, August,
and so yes. We start when 2-a-days start. We actually
1st of August,
yes.
kind of thing. Okay,
and we don't have the amount of kids yet. Like, I see all the kids this summer that run cross country, and so they work out with us already. But, some programs don't get that leisure, and they don't play other sports, or they're not involved in the off-season program. So they start over the course of the year. But, yeah, we start when 2-a-days start, kind of give them the end of their summer, and then we get going.
Did you – because I hate running, especially long distances.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not built for it. Like basketball, short mm-hmm. sprint and then back and then all that stuff. But hey, just go run, man. Just run and run through the field and I'm just not. That's not me. How hard is it to coach this?
I think whenever, kind of like you just said, when
There's not a lot of kids just enjoy running a long time.
And I will preach this, and even at the last district I was in, we kind of had to grow cross country, but it starts younger. When you turn it into exactly how you do basketball, like we're competing for a district championship, and you teach them the team aspect of it, you take some kids that kind of have the idea like, I only need to run to get first place, and you say, no, I need you to use your ability to get fourth place on our team. So that's your job, to run this time, get fourth place for our team, finish in between these two people, and it gives kids some accountability. And so they know that I may not be as good as the person winning, but I still have a job to do, and I have to do it.
There's a purpose.
There's a process, there's strategy, and I've just learned that when you teach that at the younger levels, like in football and basketball, our kids are competing for city championships, and cross country should be the exact same way.
And it's not that way in middle school?
And you can,
okay.
But instill it, that's just where the difference is when they get to high school, they're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, this is a team sport. This is fun. We get to do this together. And so it just helps. Starting it from scratch at Liberty was hard because you're right. Hey, do you want to run cross country? No.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Yeah. And so now that I've kind of have some, we have a really good group this year. It's kind of have a foundation and some kids testing the waters and actually figuring out this is kind of cool. So we have our first boys team. Our girls are great.
Okay.
And they're really finding out the team part of it.
How many athletes in the program?
13.
13. I think that's about the same as the other. Yeah, y'all are about the same there. How has it been interesting watching the campus grow, just as an aside, because that's probably in hand with that program growing, and basketball too, but just okay, we're starting now. We've got you said boys team, and now I think is this the first year basketball wise that you have 3 teams?
Yes.
Yeah. See, so everything's. But how has that been to just watch that firsthand?
It's just crazy. Even in the classroom, I teach freshmen, but there's so many kids walking around that I'm like, oh man, I knew everybody the first 2 years, and now woo! And I'm from a tiny town, so.
And it's just gonna be getting worse and worse.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Have you ever seen the movie McFarland USA?
Mm-hmm. Yes. He actually
Jim White?
Yes.
Okay.
He'll walk around and he likes to come talk to programs, and I met him. I took one at my former school. We took a girls team to regionals, and we brought them the night before, surprised them to go to Tech's Midnight Madness when they had it for a year. And he was walking through the parking lot, and the girls were getting in the car, and he stopped and talked to them and gave them some stuff, and they thought it was pretty cool. So it was real sweet.
And I bring it up because it's about the sport, and it was an education for me. But it's one of the best underrated sports movies out there, period. And it's true.
Yeah.
It's all true, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really grasp the team concept of cross country, and it really explains it in that movie. And I think it's that's the beauty of sports, man. There's a role for everybody. There's all different ways to try to compete. But anyway, it's if you haven't ever seen it before, go do it. Kevin Costner plays Coach White, and it's good stuff. How many meets do we have in the fall or spring or summer, fall, whatever?
We have 1, 2, 6, 7.
6, 7. Okay. And district championships, like you're all building to when's the mid-October?
Yes, October 14th, I think.
Which will be here.
Yes. Oh yeah, no. Coming in hot.
I mean, yeah, that's right.
But we do talk about like going into the first meet. You know, we ran at LCU before Labor Day, and that was a relay. So it's kind of relaxing for the ones that have never done it before. They run with a partner. They run a 1.5-mile loop. So it kind of shows them like what a meet's like. That LCU meet is packed. There were 400 girl runners, and they do a really good job hosting. So we're lucky that they're in Lubbock.
And this isn't cross country. I mean, I'm going to state an obvious. It is what it says it is. It's not like you're not running around a track.
No, yeah.
You're like running through
you're just running.
A golf course or a park or like explain some of the different tracks and terrain that they're going through here.
You know, LCU's is their old golf course. It's a really some not huge hills, but there's some hills. There's some incline. You know, Littlefield hosts a good one that people like to go to. That's where we're going next. Theirs is around their athletic facility, so there's a little more flat. But the gauntlet of all courses is May Simmons, the regional course, and we actually get to run it twice if you make it to regionals. Before we run it in a regular meet that Lubbock ISD hosts, and then we run it for district.
And you say gauntlet because it's
a monster. And a lot of people just look at I think, and I have said this before, like, the first hill is insane, and it's right when you start. You got to get up a monster of a hill. But the back of it, probably about the last little bit of the first mile into the second mile, is just straight incline, and you don't realize it, but you're running uphill for a good while before you start making your way back down to finish.
Because that's the way it's supposed to be. If I go up a hill, I should get to go down.
I got to get to go down.
Yeah, that's right. There's going to be a reward coming here, too. So, but you're this is all ramping up and building to mid-October. Like, do they have to qualify for each meet, or every member on the team is just competing in each meet? And kind of take me through the dynamic of what a runner would be in your program.
So at the first of the year, it's just practice, and we kind of talk about goal times, and that doesn't necessarily mean I need them to run their goal time at this next meet on Saturday. We're working towards that time for district. So by the time we get to district, we need to be at a certain point. So we'll run the next couple of meets. We go to Canyon. We run at LCU again, and work towards that goal time. And then when they get to district, you have to qualify for regionals as an individual or team. It's just, I preach that it's a lot more fun to qualify as a team. But I should have.
Then that makes sense. Yeah.
The first individual got out last year, a girl. She had actually looked really good the first few meets, ran her kind of PR, got hurt, so set out a couple weeks, and then PR'd again at district and qualified in the top 10. She passed a girl at the end. So McKenna Watson was our first regional qualifier. This year I have a boys team and also a couple of boys who have a good chance. I have one who's new to Liberty.
You can mention names here.
Lubbock Cooper. His name's Ryan McAllister.
Okay.
He's kind of been a spark for the boys team.
Okay.
Real athletic, and he runs so much. He loves it, and that's his thing.
That's in which I respect that tremendously.
Yep.
I wish it was mine.
Yes.
I wish I just, I'm just going to go run. Okay, sure. But it's just not.
And he runs extra, so he's been awesome. And then I had two baseball boys, a soccer boy, the baseball boy, reach out. And I had one in class, and he was real quiet. And this is kind of the way the school's grown, the kids have also grown. So I had him when he was a freshman, and he's just matured so much. He's a junior this year. So I have Weston Iverson and Gavin Torres. They have kind of figured it out. At first, they thought I was psychotic, And now it's like,
wait,
hey,
that
this
you were,
is
or the cross
the whole
country was?
thing.
Okay.
I'd be like, this is what we're running today. No, it ain't happening. So they have figured it out, and they look pretty good, and they don't complain. They honestly, it's one of those things, like, I tell them, like, give your body a chance, give your mind a chance. And once we get past that little hump at first, you gain some confidence in that relay. They get to run together. It's a little more relaxed, and they found some confidence. I have a boy who's ran with me since he's a freshman. And I like cross country, too, because, you know, you don't have to be in athletics to run. So I see a lot of kids, and this kid's one of them. He's involved in a lot of other things. His name's Ryan Miller. And so it's given me a chance to get to know him, because otherwise I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then I have a little freshman. His name's Gabriel. He's precious.
Okay.
He's quiet and shy. The girls love it. But he's going to be pretty good. So our boys' team's pretty competitive. And then on the girls' side, 2 little freshmen who have it figured out. They like cross country. Their families like cross country. They finished 17th in that relay out of 200 teams. They run great times. Amelia Rodriguez and Tinley Franco.
Okay.
So they look awesome. They're teensy tiny too. They're precious. I have a couple of returners who have been with me since they were freshmen. They're kind of the ones that they know their role on the team. They're not necessarily going to go get first, but Addison Evans and Jordan Runkles, they come every single year. And they're soccer girls, so they're obviously talented. And they're just awesome. I don't have to hardly do anything because they know when to stretch. They know when to do this. McKenna's back, so she should have a little shot. Had another move-in, name's Maggie Vaughn. She came from Talkington, and she loves, just the jump to the bigger atmosphere. And another little freshman who is from a cross-country powerhouse, and she also thought I was crazy at first, and she loves it now. She does a great job. So her name's Leila Thomas, and that's my squad, and they don't complain anymore. They just roll with the punches. And
I love hearing you say, because this is like, as a parent, and you are one too, when your kids, as they get older, when it kind of clicks and they do figure it out, like whether that be life or a certain thing that they're struggling with or whatever, that's all that you're looking for.
Yes.
And that makes everybody around them very proud. Like when it clicks and everything slows down, you're like, okay, you get it. You understand like what we've been saying or whatever. So I love hearing you say that. How many athletes do you have that are using cross country for the benefit of trying to stay in shape for soccer and are using their time wisely? Like, I can improve, or track or whatever, that, because I think this is a great enhancement, sport to help in other things too.
I would say out of my girls, 5 of them.
Okay.
Really.
So about half.
Well, yeah.
Or, yeah.
And that's kind of, and even the boys, the baseball boy and the soccer, that was kind of their goal. And then when it was like, hey, this is I'm recruiting some basketball kids too. They run in the mornings, and I'll stand out there on the fence, and there's a couple that I'm like, hey, I have a couple more spots on my boys team.
Because idle hands leads to the devil's work.
Yeah.
Is the saying that I've
They
heard
also
before.
think I'm crazy, but
I mean, it just would seemingly be something that's good to
Yes.
your time is spent very, very wisely. So that's fun. And we'll, I'm going to ask you a bunch of other stuff here in a second, but we'll get you back in here and talk some hoops and all this stuff, because there's some of the same things. If your program has grown, this is the same thing with cross country, and kids in that school are starting to get older and starting to maybe get it and see the end. Like, okay,
Fruits of the labor.
What's next for me?
Yep.
And so I better take some of this stuff seriously, or different than when I just rolled in here and it's like I've got all these years left. I mean, that's just the reality of life. Okay, bucket list place that you've never been to.
Oh gosh. A North Carolina basketball game.
The Tar Heels, like that's a bucket list.
Yeah.
Guys, so you actually answered.
Preferably North Carolina versus Duke, but I'll take it. I'll take anything.
But more North Carolina than Duke.
Yes.
Okay.
Roy Williams was my person.
Okay.
I grew up
Okay.
watching Roy.
But you more associate him with Carolina than Kansas.
Yes.
I guess. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you can't give the same answer then, because one of the other questions I have for you is, like what is a bucket list sporting venue or sporting event that you've never been? So you've already removed North Carolina basketball game from the table.
Gosh.
So like, what is there a stadium, an arena that you? Because see, this is what I like about Coach Glaspie, Morgan, as I call her. She's a sports nut.
Yeah.
You know we're simpatico in that way. We could talk really any sport except for car racing. Yeah, that's not what either one of us do. but like we talk sports and she keeps up and she knows what's going on, and I love that because I feel like we can pick up where we left off anytime that we see each other. But I figured that this would be good to ask you, like, there's got to be a stadium or arena that you're like, oh man, I really want to see that in person.
Oh.
No?
I should have saved my other answer and just said like a vacation spot.
Well, I mean, you did indicate to me that you were kind of looking to go to the Garden. You ever been to the Garden before?
Yeah, no, I've never been. I love New York though.
World's most famous
Never
arena.
been to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. MSG.
Yep.
Nothing like it. And you would have an appreciation for this place too because you're a hoops head, but Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, where they filmed Hoosiers, is also like that's kind of a goated type,
UConn.
basketball. Yeah, maybe stores arena. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, now you're getting into your thing. I knew you. It just took a second, but and some of the other basketball, because there's not really like a cross country venue that there's like that's iconic.
No.
But growing up, Chicago Stadium where the Bulls played, Jordan and all them, and then Boston Garden, the parquet floor and all, but those are gone.
Yeah.
They tear them down. It makes me sad. I grew up going to Reunion Arena in the Metroplex, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It makes me, I hate it. The Texas Stadium where the Cowboys used to play, it's not there anymore. It sucks. But okay, best movie sequel.
Sequel.
Mm-hmm. Best movie sequel.
Oh my. Any movie sequel.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just like the second or third or fourth version, not the original. What's the best one out there? I put you on the spot. I know. my answer for this was I stayed in the sports venue. My answer for this was like Rocky IV.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought that because it was U.S. and Russia and all that, and and the American one, shocker.
I'm gonna be on it, and I'm not even. I'm gonna try to go outside of sports on this
fine.
one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
If I'm talking kid language, because that's all I watch now, it's Cars 1000%. But Hunger Games also is intriguing to me.
See, that's we're getting. We want
my husband has to kind of make me watch movies sometimes, and I watch them, but he has to make me watch the ones that I never pick.
What is his jam?
Really anything.
Because KJ's a big
old school.
He's a big
he likes old school movies.
I'm shocked. Oh, I thought you meant the movie Old School.
Oh, well, that's it.
And I'm like, I'm shocked that he would like that one.
Also a family favorite. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's so funny. The old grown man fraternity. Go watch that one. But that makes you watch that late at night. There's some stuff going on in there that not for the younger audience, I should say. Most treasured possession. This isn't family or anything like most treasured possession.
Oh my!
You have something like that's like, man, like if something's on fire, like I'm running in to get this. I mean, like what?
Honestly, I really think. I have some of my grandmother's jewelry, probably that I never want to get rid of, but it would be my kids' stuff. I have a box of my kids' first things. So like when Trey brings colorings home, and I throw them in there, and that's stuff I never want to lose. So I really think it'd be that little.
I knew it was going to be something kid related.
My kid stuff.
I get it. Let's see here, and I ask you this for a reason. Best concert you've ever been to?
Okay, listen. I've been to a lot. My mom used to. That lady was crazy. For as much as she drove us for basketball.
Your mom is crazy. Okay.
She's fun. She's the best.
Yes.
As many miles as she had to drive me and my brother and follow my dad around. That woman has sat through more basketball than a lot of people have.
Okay.
And Mom, can we go to this concert? Yeah, let's go. She would take us all over to go anywhere and everywhere, and so. The best concert, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I have a cousin who played saxophone for the Eagles.
Oh, my.
And when they were in Lubbock, when I was little, I want to say I was a second grader. That's probably a year off. But my parents' favorite story is
like Hotel California Eagles.
Yeah. I fell asleep at the end of the concert. We were like third row, and it was cool. We got to go backstage, and so. But
and you probably didn't even. You were so
asleep.
young. You didn't understand
asleep.
and grasp that magnitude.
Well, honestly, there's just so many different concerts I've been to. One of the best, most natural performers I've ever seen is Martina McBride.
Okay. Country.
Incredible, and it was just a calm. We went. It was in Midland at their kind of theater center.
Yeah.
It was incredible. She's amazing. But I think you're asking because I just took a trip to Dallas to relive my 2005 to 2012 years, and we saw the Jonas Brothers.
I respect it. I love it. I mean, I think it's
great. I'm telling you, Radio Disney was huge when I was in middle school. So Radio Disney, Birthday Bash, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Jonas Brothers, all of them. We went. And what's funny is the very first show, when the first year Jonas Brothers were big, we skipped their concert. We went to a concert with 3 people, and we were like, we'll just skip them. We're not going to go. So we did. We skipped the Jonas Brothers, and then we sat, and there's a band called Allie and AJ. We love them. So we watched them, and then like 3 months later, the Jonas Brothers were huge. And what's crazy is at that concert, we freaked out so much that this manager comes down. I'm a 6th, 7th grader. And he's like, y'all love it. Do y'all want backstage passes? Yes. Just right by the Jonas Brothers, only met Allie and AJ. And it's like, what was I thinking? So it was good. Coach Lemmer went with me and my sister-in-law. There's a band that opened up for him that was 2007 Prime. And so it was nostalgia all over. They bring people back.
Who's this?
It's called Boys Like Girls. Ryan Cabrera was there. He was big when we were in middle school.
This is like, because this is totally dating me. I mean, totally dating me. Because I know obviously this. But
the one that surprised everyone was Kelsey Ballerini. She's big now. She was a surprise guest.
And it's funny you say that because, Colton, I'm going to just go off script here because we had the dinner guest conversation. And who was it? Was it Caitlin Anderson that said that she wanted that as one of her guests at the dinner table? Somebody has said that.
It's funny because
I think it was Caitlin Anderson.
Coach Limmer filmed my reaction videos for everyone because I loved Hannah Montana. Miley Cyrus is a little different now, but back in the day, she was, prime my age. And everyone really thought she would show up. But the whole thing, I knew we were going to the lake Labor Day. I had seen the Jonas Brothers were touring. I loved watching their concerts. So I get online, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to be at the lake, and they're going to be in Dallas. So I get on the phone with my husband, and I'm just making this whole plan in like a 30-minute time span. And text Hannah, and I'm like, you like the Jonas Brothers? She's like, yeah.
This is good. See, this is you're gonna start to realize like what I'm saying. Well, I feel old because like if you're talking to your athletes about the Jonas Brothers, they're like, yeah.
My kids in class were like, okay.
Yeah, like
that is.
Speaking of, before I let you go, what subjects are you teaching in class?
Pre-AP biology.
So cells and photosynthesis.
We're on cells right now.
Okay, yeah. And do they have to do the styrofoam thingy?
We're gonna use Play-Doh this year, I think, and change it up a little bit.
And paint it and you have to show
build it piece by piece and so we're gonna try something different.
I hated your subject.
That's okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a math person. I'm actually better at math.
Okay.
But my mom.
All respect to that.
My mom made me take trig, college algebra, and calc when I was a senior.
Okay.
My brother was a math teacher before he got out of coaching, and so math is my people's thing. And I was like, check that.
I just, I probably should just keep my opinions on biology to myself because we need people to be intrigued and running to the subject, not away from it, like I maybe did. So I'll zip it up.
Our biology kids kill it, though. We had 100% freshmen pass the STAR test last year, so that freshman class year was balling.
That's good. Okay. Again, opinions to myself because I was about to slip up again. There we go. Okay. So keep your kids healthy. I know you're about to, as this winds down, basketball will immediately ramp up. Your fall is just crazy. Like I would guess like late spring for you is where it just kind of.
Yeah, and fall is crazy, but that's kind of why I like cross country and the basketball combination. And I knew that I would always do this combination. when I coached under Dad, that was kind of the deal, and
so I mean, it is calendar-wise, it works out perfect.
Yes,
you just go
once everything, because it's just full go, especially basketball season being longer. But once it stops, it's like you can breathe a little bit.
Yeah, you go from fifth gear to back to first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Okay. Well, I'll get you in here in I don't know a couple of months, and we'll talk some round ball, because I know you're getting excited about that. But we still got cross country and football and all the things kind of going on here. It's just now September, although I feel like we've been rolling for.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know. Yes. Back when I was in school, it's like you did. I feel like
started Labor Day almost.
I know. Yes, and now it's like basically we're getting closer to August 1st. But is what it is. Okay. Again, thank you to Gene Messer Ford, Lincoln for sponsoring these podcasts. Coach Glaspie is a stud. I always enjoy talking with her about whatever it is, especially sports and stuff she's coaching. Thank you to Colton Coons for taking care of us as always. Until next time, this has been another edition of Patriot Talk.